Welcome to the Final Point podcast, guys. I'm your host, Adriel, with my other hosts, Josh and Orlando, in the building today.
What's up,
Both
bro?
are super proud Celtics first round fans in the building. As you can see, the play-in champs for the third year in a row. We're here again.
Give him
We
a
still got
trophy.
yeah, we should
You guys
we'll
love
get
that playing tournament.
we get a trophy after tomorrow. Tomorrow we get a trophy.
Right.
And then we kick off to the NBA playoffs.
It's a
It's
bold
like a nice
statement, Cotman.
it's like a nice appetizer before you have a good meal, you know? That's what
I
we
like it.
are.
I love
Elegant.
your positivity, man, but shit's about to get real negative soon.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Well, guys, the time has come. We are here now. NBA playoffs are about to kick off
Yes,
now,
sir.
and we got a lot of exciting topics and things coming our way. We're doing some little slight changes to the podcast as well. We got a new intro coming out very soon, and we'll we'll keep you guys updated on that, and we'll have you full coverage for the NBA playoffs as well as the playoffs and play-in games are going on. So let's go ahead and let's get down to brass tacks here, and let's talk about the playoffs that are upcoming and going on right now.
Yep.
So guys, we've been talking about it. Uh, so let's kind of go around and let's go through this playoff picture. First round hasn't started. We're waiting for the Miami play-in champs to get done with their game tomorrow, and some games going on tonight and tomorrow, I believe. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go put the playoff picture as it is now on screen, and let's go through it, guys. So right now, as most of you already know, the Golden State Warriors defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 121 to 116, and Orlando defeated the Atlanta Hawks, who have one more game with the Miami Heat tomorrow, as Miami defeated the Bulls last night, and as well Dallas. I guess we can say is the surprise because I don't think a lot of people had Dallas winning that game against the Kings, but I did.
Yeah.
Just gonna say
You had them?
yeah, they were my pick against the Kings.
I did not. I did not
Um,
have them.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's
it's a tough situation. They're kind of like half a team really right now.
Yeah.
but
But
listen, they are, but they're not, because if you just saw that on paper, right, and you didn't see what the circumstances were, you see Klay Thompson, you see
mhm,
Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, listen, they got some formidable players on that team.
They sure do.
So I mean, it's not really a surprise.
No,
yeah,
I think they got a low key squad. Picture them picture
Yeah.
them fully healthy. Picture them with Kyrie.
mhm,
Oh yeah, dude, they're gonna
mhm.
do some damage. Yeah, they're
Mm.
gonna do
That
damage
team would
next
do
season.
some dirty work.
Now, can we all agree and say that maybe the Kings GM is a little crazy to bring a couple guys that were on another team that also had some issues in the play-in to bring them to Sacramento, thinking that the outcome was going to be any different?
I think that they thought that the GM thought that Sabonis was probably going to take the lead there, and kind of be the gel that sticks everybody together. But listen, it's the Chicago Bulls 2.0, and we know what
Pretty
happened in
much.
Chicago.
Yeah, yeah, it was, to me, it was just a desperate attempt for that front office to kind of keep the whole lighting of the beam going.
Yeah,
They got a little
I
taste
like the
of,
beam.
me
yeah,
too.
but I mean, that beam is dim, bro. That shit is out. That's the fucking bulb is out.
Yeah,
But
that.
listen, that was his attempt to kind of keep it going, and he saw Zach Levine, that no one wanted Zach Levine for the longest. The Bulls could not get rid of this guy for a bag of Cheetos, and all of a sudden he pops
Facts.
up on the Kings radar after they already have DeRozan. It makes no sense. it's just their attempt to kind of stay relevant, but they're gonna be in the middle of the pack unless they make a move. And Sabonis just is not cutting it. I can see Sabonis leaving this summer.
I can see
See
it
him,
happening as
yeah,
well.
I can see him take off this summer.
Yeah.
No,
I
wait,
think he
and
fits in a playoff contender. You put him on
for
a
sure.
playoff contender. This guy is a huge plus for whatever team he goes to.
Yeah,
like,
he's not a number one option, right? Or number two.
Mm-mm.
he can be a number one. He can be. I think if you have the right people surrounding him, like I listen, and I believe he would have been the number one option if they traded Fox instead of Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah,
I'm
but you
just
know
Could have
what,
saying.
been.
man?
You keep
No one saw that coming, though, man. They had two
Yeah.
point guards, you know.
It's kind of just weird circumstances.
but Tyrese is an actual point guard.
Yeah,
Fox is
Correct.
yeah,
like Fox is
100%.
a scoring guard. You know what I mean? So you're talking about Sabonis taking the lead. You give a facilitator to Sabonis. Sky's the limit. You don't have
Yeah.
that. Who's that? Malik?
Monk
Malik ain't gonna
tries
do
to
it.
be. Monk
Yeah.
Monk is
You
that
know,
dude. Monk is that dude in the open gym that's not passing the ball to nobody. He's that
nobody.
guy. He's the guy.
No, but he wants to dunk on everybody. That's what he
Yeah,
wants to
yeah.
do. You
Mhm.
know?
One would argue, right, that a better fit would have been Halliburton with Sabonis. That's a good 1-2 punch, and then maybe it could have worked out if Fox would have stayed and just kind of took on that D Wade sort of role, right? That like
You want that.
true guard that can score, but he wasn't having it. He wanted to be the point guard, so
Yeah.
one of him had to
Mhm.
go.
Yep.
And they chose.
And I'm gonna say something quickly too about the Memphis Grizzlies, because I was watching that game late last night. Well, not last night, but the night before. And uh, guys, Jared Jackson Jr. is probably like one of the worst players I've ever seen. Like, he is extremely ass. I couldn't stand watching that game and just
Lord.
So
watching
much
him just
potential. He got so
tumble.
much potential, man.
It's just, I hate the game of his, like the tumbling into people and straight up fouling for no
He's clumsy.
reason.
He's super clumsy, dude.
Yeah, and
No
then taking these weird 3-pointer shots off balance, not set up.
Blow up the
Like,
team.
yeah, I just don't understand. I don't know what's his game. What is his game? He's not good defensively either. Somehow he won Defensive Player of the Year and an Olympic start too,
Well,
which is insane
listen,
to me.
hold on. Let's not get carried away with the Jaren Jackson slander here. I mean, dude, he's one of the best defensive players we have in the league. All right.
When he's on it.
Yeah.
When he's on it.
Is he clumsy as fuck? Yes, he is. Does he get in foul trouble? He commits the most stupidest fouls I've ever seen anyone. But yes,
all the time.
But that's like a package deal. You got to take that with whatever you get from him.
I think he makes worse foul calls than Cat does, and Cat does.
They're up there. They're tied up because Cat does some stupid shit too.
They're 1A and 1B. They're 1A and 1B.
Yeah. Yeah, if those two are on the same team,
they're 1F, 2F.
Yeah, if those two are on the same team, that team wouldn't have a center for the second half of each game. They'd be both fouled out.
Easy.
So as we, I just needed to say that because, man, he was really pissing me off on that in that game. But as we go down, and this is a hypothetical first round as of right now until tomorrow. Cleveland's waiting on whoever wins from the Heat and Hawks tomorrow, which, come on, guys, we know who's gonna win tomorrow. Anyways,
I don't think we do, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I like Atlanta. I don't.
Hey, listen. I will say this though. I will say this, right? I was at the game to watch the Bulls get trounced by almost 20 at home by the Heat. That Heat team was playing with a little bit more pep in their step. And listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami takes 2 from them, from the Cavs. I wouldn't be surprised. They play under pressure even without Jimmy. The Heat team looked good. I mean, they were making shots. Hero was the man. The Bulls had no answer for him. And I can see them making that series because, I mean, as much as I troll you, Adrian, obviously the Heat are going to be the Hawks. But I can see the Hawks taking 2.
I'll say 4-2. I think that's reasonable. That's what I was thinking. Tyler Hero is not him. Let me just point that out.
Man, he was playing like that
He's
on Wednesday, dude.
baby. That's a play-in. This is playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. We're talking about
Right.
them going up against the number one seed in the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're talking about him matching up with Mitchell. We're talking about who is going to be the big alpha dog. And I'm sorry, that's not him. It's not Tyler.
Yeah.
It's going to
I
be
mean,
Mitchell.
that's
It's going to be that team. Yeah, I give a 4-2. 4-2.
Um,
That
if the Heat do end up getting to the first round, I can see them making it interesting with the Cavs. I don't know about
yeah.
winning. I'm not gonna go too delusional and say they win
what's
that
interesting?
series.
What's interesting?
It could be 2 or 3 games.
You see, you
So
think they could get a game 7?
I mean, I
The
wouldn't rule
devil's
it
a
out,
liar.
man.
The
I
devil.
wouldn't.
I'm ruling it out. The devil's a liar.
And I'm
Stop it.
only gonna say this is because I have seen multiple times. I mean, maybe not in the playoffs because they haven't matched up in the playoffs yet, so this will be the first. But Mobley does not have a good time with Bam. I don't know what it is. He just does not have a good time historically with Bam. Khalil Ware can give them some added height down there as well.
Hey,
And as we did see on that Chicago game, you could tell that I'm not saying Tyler Hero is, the guy to build around in this team. But you could tell that Tyler Hero, he was very calm. The game
he was.
slowed down for him. He was running off ball, and that's his position
No,
is
no.
off ball
Yeah.
makes. That's what he lives for. So
Yeah.
if they can, and also Davion Mitchell can really harass those point of attack, defenders and people like Garland is going to have a lot on his plate with Davion Mitchell running on those screens, chasing him down. So it could get interesting if everything goes right.
Listen. The fact of the matter is, Bam and Hero have to each go for 25 a night for them to even have
Correct.
a chance. Duncan
Correct.
Robinson got to turn into
Negative.
that guy that in the bubble that got that absurd contract, and they got to use the conquistador Jaime Jaquez. Okay, he's on the bench.
Javi.
They got to use that guy.
Yeah, unfortunately,
The
he just hasn't
entire
had a great season. But
Yeah, it's gonna take an entire team effort to even make it
mhm,
interesting. So if
I
that's
agree.
what you're saying is gonna happen, then I agree with you because the Heat are not too shabby when it comes to everyone playing to the level they're supposed to be playing. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's what I
Yep.
saw on Wednesday night at the United Center. That's what I witnessed live, and I fucking hated it. And it brought back memories of the zombie Heat. Fucking zombies. Just when you count them out, they fucking come right back.
We always come back at the very end.
Yeah, but
And
they only come back when playoff Jimmy's there. There is no playoff Jimmy. So
that's a fair
we got it.
point.
You know what I mean? Like Jimmy Butler was. Damn, Jimmy Butler's so good, dog. It's so aggravating. It's just aggravating because Jimmy Butler there's a switch, and I think Miami fucked up. They needed to build around that man properly, and they didn't, in my honest opinion.
It's true.
But neither here nor there. At the end of the day, I say 4-2. They give it a good shot, but let's try next year, bye.
We also have your for the Eastern Conference, the Celtics and the Magic. Um, as we go down this list as well, New York Knicks and Detroit Pistons. To me, I think that's an interesting game. I want to see that.
Wait a
And
minute,
then
Knicks and
also,
Pistons.
Let's touch on, now that we have it up, let's just touch on each
Mhm.
series and discuss it real quick.
okay,
This Celtics and Magic matchup bothers me. It bothers me because the Magic are a 7th seed, but remember the Magic haven't been healthy all season long. Magic should be maybe 5-4-3 seed because they
Yeah.
didn't have their main guys the entire season. So now I don't want to hear the excuses about Celtics having easy paths anymore after this shit. After we sweep these boys, I don't want to hear shit because a lot of people had the
Nothing.
Magic. A lot of people had the Magic top 4, top 5 after the performance they put on last season. The trajectory was
Yep.
up for these boys. So we're getting a healthy Magic team. Okay? And we're gonna dispose of them. rather quickly. I'd say in 4 or 5.
You know,
Semi-healthy Magic team.
I
They're
listen.
healthy. Who's not
Hey,
healthy?
who,
They're missing
who?
Jalen Suggs.
Oh, the bald guy,
Hey,
dude.
that
Come on.
that's one of their best defensive players.
Are
Just
you
putting it out
kidding
there.
me, dude? Jalen Suggs is not
Um,
the needle, guy.
It's not that he threads, but I'm just saying that is one of their best defensive players. And then we can
Right.
say that Paulo and Franz are healthy, but I don't know if they're 100% coming off of injuries like that. Still,
they
as
looked
quick as they did.
100%. They looked 100% against fucking who did they play? Not playing.
The Hawks.
Uh,
They played.
yeah, the
They
Hawks.
played that. They played the Hawks. Well, they looked
They
100%
look,
against the Hawks.
yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't look like they were missing Suggs then.
No,
Keep
Yeah,
that
they,
same energy.
but
you
yeah, but
know. So
now we're talking. But that's the Hawks, guys. We're talking
You know
about
what
now
it is?
the
No,
number
no.
2, number 1 Boston Celtics here. Like this is a
Yeah, but you know
big
what it is?
matchup.
You're also, because you're in Orlando, and you're an Orlando kid, and then deep down inside you want to root for Disney World. I get it, man. That's not happening, dude. Let it go. Okay, they're gonna
let me
get killed. All right, and you're
I
already
I,
let
making
me
I
say
excuses for
agree.
this.
them.
Yeah, let me say this. Orlando Magic, you fans are delusional.
Yeah,
I think that you guys need to get
talk
out
to
of the
them.
matrix. Like,
Yeah,
just unplug yourself from the matrix. Just get out of it and enter the
they're-
real world. In the real world, there is ain't no way that the Magic is going to give a healthy Boston Celtic team any type of trouble.
yeah.
I assure you this. You are going to have Paulo on Tatum. Tatum going to chew that man up. Right? You're going to
Yeah,
have
that's a
what?
bad matchup.
Where on Christoph Porzingis? Christoph Porzingis is going to bring him out to the 3. All right. And not to mention his mid range is on a million. There's nobody going to stop White. And there's nobody that's going to stop True Holiday. Actually, there's nobody that's going to stop Peyton Pritchard in the second unit.
Yeah, they don't have an answer for Pritch.
That is very
Like
true. We have
so.
seen those third quarter droughts for the Magic as well, which was
Listen,
visible in that Hawks game.
the entire world wants us to lose. I see it
They
now.
do.
We're
They
the
do.
villains. We're the villains. If we go down 2-0 for some crazy reason, the slander is gonna be crazy.
Oh, the
I can
trash
just
talking
hear
from
it now, right?
everybody. Oh
Yeah.
my
This is an
lord.
important
This,
series, man. We got to put these boys to rest early. This is an important series, man. I know it's
this
2-7 matchup. It don't feel like a 2-7 matchup to me. I'm sorry.
no,
No, the-
yeah, again, I agree with you. I think they, because remember the Magic started off this season
Yeah.
great. They were legit top 5. It's in the East. They were great until all the injuries hit them. The Magic are a good team. They're young. They're young. They don't have the playoff experience. Um, this is the big show. This is big lights, and you're going up against the defending champions. You're gonna have to bring it, and they're gonna fall short. They're gonna fall. You know what?
Yeah.
My fault. I'm sorry. They're not gonna fall short. They're gonna fall way behind. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Get us ready for round 2. I'm sick and tired of this. Let's go. Sick and tired.
Magic fans,
and
go out there, enjoy the weather, but don't expect anything other than that. It's gonna be some nice
Go
weather,
to
and that's
Disney
about
World.
it. Ain't no winds coming.
None. If you know
All
what,
right, bro.
know what the thing is, I'll give them. It'll be 4-1. I'll give them one win.
They may take
One.
that second game because the Celtics tend to kind of give up
Yeah.
that second game, man. So they may take
Yep.
that second one.
They'll take. I'll give them one.
well,
That's
we're gonna have to see. I think they maybe pull out one, but I don't have them really. I'd be surprised. I'd be in downtown Orlando, butt naked if they beat the Celtics in the first round.
Sheesh.
And you're already planning festivities. Look at you.
That's diabolical work.
Unbelievable.
That
Man.
is truly diabolical work.
Yeah.
Furthermore, this is exactly why Orlando can't do, like, the Magic can't do anything. Let's just cut it off. Let's just stop it right now. It's ridiculous.
So we also have, like I was saying, the Knicks and the Pistons, which
That's
I
gonna
don't
be
know,
a good
guys.
series.
I
It's
think
gonna
that
be a really good series, dude.
yeah, I think so too. This Pistons team, I give them so much credit because they have really brought, like, just seeing the growth from last year to now and how
Yeah.
the intensity they bring to every game. And Cade Cunningham is just
A
literally a
dog.
one man like leader. He's leading them
Dog.
through everything. putting up big numbers too, efficiency out the roof. He just make and then as well the coaching staff looks like they've kind of got everyone to buy in. And they just look like they're a team that's just rolling right now. So it is also a team that fights to the very end. They're super scrappy, long, athletic. It's going to be really interesting on the Knicks to see how they can fight back there. And as well, we have the Pacers and the Bucks, which kind of segues into our other topic for today is Lillard is now coming back or seemingly coming
That man
back.
out. Keep him out. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like
Yeah.
it. You're gonna risk injury. You're gonna like serious injury. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have if I was Milwaukee, I would have kept him out.
Yeah.
I don't agree
know
with
how I
that,
feel
man.
about this.
Listen, guys. The NBA has some of the best medical staff in the world, and I'm sure, for first of all, for Lillard to miss this much time, his health was definitely taken under consideration by himself, by his family, and the team. So he was out for this long because of that. So the fact that he's being cleared, I think the fact that he's being cleared right before a playoff, yeah, it looks kind of crazy, but I think he's been game ready to go for like a couple weeks now. So it's a well rested Lillard. I think the health issues calmed down. I don't think it's completely gone, but if they cleared him, I mean, he's good to go. And
Do you think he'll be
this
on a
is
minutes
good.
restriction? Do you think he'll be on a minute
Possibly the
restriction?
first game, possibly, yeah,
It's like
but
23, 24 minutes.
yeah, but this is good for NBA fans. I mean, I wanted to see a healthy Bucks team in the playoffs. We didn't get to see that last season. It was kind of like, they just got together. We didn't see what they had. They've had a whole season together now, and they're playing great together. Him and Giannis. So now we get to see these boys in a playoff setting, and let's see what they got.
I don't think we see Lillard unless things really go south for Milwaukee.
No.
think that-
They're gonna play him game one.
No, he won't be playing game one.
Oh, he said we'll not play game one.
Yeah.
See, already they're playing with us. Is he clear or not? I mean,
Yeah,
what are we
it's-
doing here?
it's kind
what
of
the fuck.
yeah.
See?
I think
I'm
I
telling
honestly
you, man.
I honestly think that they're only going to play him if things really go south. Like if they go
See?
down two games, I think then we might see him on a minute restriction. But like you said, Milwaukee has been playing better. Bobby Portis is going to be back as well, I believe, for game
him
one.
and his crazy eyes are back.
Indiana's been playing better too. Indiana's
Yeah.
been playing better too. They close out the season on a what, like 7-game win streak. They were on a high.
Halliburton has
saying.
woken up. We got the old Halliburton back. That should be a fun series, man. I don't think Lillard makes that much of a difference, but it's gonna be a fun series if he gets to play.
Yeah. So as now we head to the West, OKC's winning for that game coming up now with I believe that's the Mavs and Lakers.
Waiting. So they're waiting for they're gonna face Dallas in the first round.
Yes. So whoever wins
Oh.
from Dallas and the Grizzlies will be
Yep.
yes. They will
Yeah.
be
And I still
playing
think, and I think
OKC.
Dallas is gonna take that. So I'm just gonna say Dallas.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If Dallas does, then at least OKC can kind of just put them out of their misery pretty quickly, and
Pretty much.
next
I think
year.
from Memphis too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
either one.
I would
Right.
listen. I mean, as an NBA fan, I want Ja in the playoffs. Shout out to Anthony Davis for coming back and kind of showing the Mavs fans like, look, this trade wasn't completely a disaster. You guys got me, and that's cool and all. It's a cool story. Stand down, the Mavs. We don't want to see y'all in the playoffs. Give me Ja Morant. Give me the Grizzlies in prime
Desmond
time,
Bane.
and let's let these boys at least take a game or two from the Thunder, make it interesting.
That's a big if.
That Rockets and Golden State game is what I'm.
That's my
looking
game.
forward
That's
to.
my game.
Mhm.
Listen, if you guys remember last time they played, Ime Udoka got into it with Steph Curry. I thought Steph Curry
With everybody.
Yeah, but I thought Steph Curry's whistle that night was questionable. He was getting battered every single time he was trying to come off them screens. And Ime Udoka said it. Listen, we're a physical team. If they're complaining, then we're doing something right. People have the Warriors winning the series. I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. I got the Rockets winning. I think they're younger, they're deeper. And,
I think the Rockets could pull off the upset.
They're gonna rough them up. I think they're gonna rough them up, man. And Curry's not gonna do much. He doesn't play well against the Rockets, and they got a physical specimen over there by the name of Amen Thompson, who's going to put people in boxes.
What I will say is, I think definitely Houston can make it interesting.
They're gonna win.
Like you said, Amen Thompson's great. Sengun is a facilitating monster for them. And they have a lot of like defensive guys who aren't going to be afraid of people like Draymond or Jimmy. They're gonna be there to compete. Fred VanVleet as well has been known for big games at times, especially in playoff scenarios. So that series right there is actually going to be super interesting between those two teams. If I had to pick between them, I probably got Golden State coming out. But honestly, I feel like it could be a close series.
I think it's going to be similar to the Detroit. I think it is going to be a very tight series. I think it's going to be similar to that Detroit game. No bullshit. I think it's going to be that close. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a dogfight.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it going to 7 games.
Same. Yep.
You can see it going to 7 games.
With a few people getting tossed out. A few technical fouls will be handed out that game.
Yep. Oh, yeah. For
Draymond.
Sure. For sure.
Draymond, game 1.
Dillon Brooks. Listen, guys, we get a Dillon Brooks and Draymond Green series. It's gonna be entertaining, man.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
And then you add Jimmy. Jimmy's the perfect component to add to that already, toxic environment.
Craziness. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, those playoff shit. Mm-hmm. And honestly, Houston might want to be careful with that because Jimmy's the wrong person to piss off in a playoff game. But
you haven't seen Dillon Brooks get mad. The Canadian maniac comes out. You haven't seen that, dude.
I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying, you piss off Jimmy, he might throw 60 on you out of nowhere. He'll just turn it on.
I was very pissed. I was very upset when Grant Williams did that to Jimmy, and I was like, "Come on, what are you doing? Stop it!"
We haven't seen him since. Where is Grant Williams? Is he injured? We don't know where he's at.
He's in Charlotte now.
That's crazy.
He play, dude.
Exactly.
He's been all around the NBA after
he ended
that
up getting injured. Yeah.
So then we got your most anticipated game, the Lakers and the Timberwolves, which is also my most anticipated
How
game
good is going to be this series, guys?
It's going to
be very good. I think all the top games pretty much minus the Detroit Knicks game. I think the games to watch is in the West.
Mm-hmm.
And Lakers and Minnesota. That's gonna be another dogfight. You got Ant Edwards, you got LeBron, you got Randall. I'm sorry, I'm not afraid of Randall.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is.
But it is gonna be a dogfight, But I still have the Lakers winning. I still have them. I got Lakers in 5.
I could see the Lakers picking apart the Timberwolves. I mean, we can say everything we want about the Timberwolves, but I think we all understand that they just don't seem to have enough of offense scoring or defense, really, especially against a team with LeBron and Luka in a playoff environment. It almost feels like
don't forget Austin.
Exactly, and that's another component as well to throw in there. I mean, there's more than just with those two guys in a playoff environment. Is like being in the ocean. In an ocean filled with blood with sharks around you, like you're swimming in dangerous
I think
waters.
You guys are underestimating Anthony Edwards here.
Not underestimating. I just don't think it might not be.
That's what it comes out like. That's what it comes off
That's
like.
a one-man team.
I think Ant
What's
Edwards
to
is good for. I
underestimate?
think he's good for 2 games, and if the Wolves show up, the rest of the team, they can possibly steal this one. They can possibly steal this one. All right.
I could see it.
All it takes, listen,
I
listen.
care. I care.
All it takes for the
Mhm.
Lakers is something happening to LeBron or Luca being out, and that team takes a dive, man. They're not deep. They're not that deep, man. And say, listen, this is a long playoffs. So I mean, if they do sneak past, if they do get past the Timberwolves, that's gonna be a battle. They're gonna be already tired. That's gonna be a series, man. The Wolves ain't laying down for that. They're not.
You
I
know
got
who is
Ant
laid
Edwards for
down now?
45 points. They got 45 points each game. I think he's gonna have 40. He might average
Okay.
45 points.
And still lose. He's gonna average
Yeah,
45
but
and
hey,
still
but it'll
lose.
be entertaining as hell.
They're gonna put. You know what? And mark my words, and I want you guys to remember this. They're going to ISO Rudy Gobert the whole
Oh,
damn game.
he is gonna be bait, man.
They're
Yeah, they're gonna
going
they're gonna
to
He's
ISO him the
he's gonna
whole
get
game. Not to
toasted.
mention the last time Luca played against that Timberwolves team when he was in Dallas,
They
he
kept
cooked
dragging Gobert out.
every time. And
he,
Luca barbecue chicken alert
he's gonna be a
every
well
Yeah,
done
time.
steak.
I
Exactly.
I forgot
So
about that, man. Yeah, that
yeah,
wasn't good. That wasn't good for the
Lakers in
Timberwolves.
5.
Lakers in
Lakers in
five.
5.
Yeah.
And also, this is my most, I would say, second most anticipated game. Denver Nuggets and the Clippers. Kawhi, James Harden have been balling out recently.
I
Uh,
have the Clippers winning.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I do as
I
well.
do.
With everything that's
I'm
gone down with the Nuggets lately and the inconsistencies between their point guards. I mean,
Kawhi and Harden are just looking different right now.
yeah,
You
it looks
know,
like everything that every basketball fan has been wanting from that duo is finally coming into fruition now.
Yeah, guys, this is not a good matchup for Jokic and the Nuggets. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not the matchup they wanted. That's why they were
no,
trying to get out of that seed because the Clippers finally have Kawhi at their disposal. And you
healthy.
got, yeah, a healthy Kawhi looking sharp, like he hasn't missed a
Hmm.
beat, Kawhi.
Mm,
And then James
scary.
Harden is playing probably some of the best basketball he's played in a couple years.
Yeah,
And the
Since Houston.
yeah.
right, and the Clippers got this guy named Zubac, and listen, he is going
Mhm.
to give Jokic all he wants, man. It's not going to be
Yeah,
easy. The Clippers are
Mhm.
built to beat Denver. Denver has no answer for Kawhi Leonard at all. And I can see the Clippers probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4-1, man. I would not be surprised. Jokic will give you one game, and he'll keep it close. But I think the Clippers are going to edge them out.
Yep.
I agree. I don't think it. I as entertaining as I would like the series to be, I don't think it will be. I got the Clippers winning. I'll give Denver two. I got them. I got them going. It's at least a game 6. But yeah, I say Clippers 4-2.
Yep. I
Yeah,
can
sounds
see the
about right.
Clippers coming out. Like I said, and I agree with you guys. The West has all of the most interesting playoff games for the first round. Um, I guess we have to see how things play out tomorrow and so on to see what kind of emerges from the East. But most definitely, guys, everyone out there listening, if you're going to start watching some NBA playoffs, the Western games are worth staying up for because
I
these
agree.
games are going to be, I think they're going to be probably one of the best playoff games we've had in a couple years right
Must
now.
see TV,
This
man.
season is very interesting.
Mhm.
Um, but that's all we have for you guys today for the Final Point podcast. We will keep you guys updated on
Hold
what is
on,
to
hold
come.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We still got to do one more thing, Aki.
Let's do it.
The last thing we got to do is who is the sleeper that's coming out of the
Oh,
first round?
our sleeper picks.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for
So let's
reminding
do
us.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You go.
You
Oh, go
know,
ahead. You
and I'll
give
start
us
it.
yours.
Yeah.
I'll do the East and the West. So coming out, I'm going to do the West first. I'm sorry, but I do have the Warriors beating Houston. I have the Warriors. The Warriors have been tested. They know what they're doing. They are a playoff team. They are coming into the playoffs red hot, red hot. They just look different. I do see them advancing out of the West. And for the in the East, I see Indiana beating Milwaukee, and Indiana will be advancing in the second round. Indiana is also red hot. Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner. I think they're playing phenomenal basketball, and it's going to be tough without Damian Lillard. And even if he does play, he will be on a minute restriction. You're not going to get your full throttle, Dame Lillard. It's going to be too much on Giannis's shoulder.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Um, I'll go ahead. So I'll start with the East first. I mean, you guys already know internally who I'm going to say, but I'm gonna take bias aside and I'm gonna pick the Pistons, uh, beating the Knicks in that series, moving on to the second round. Just because I've seen the Knicks have issues at times with some of these better teams. I don't really understand what it is, but we've seen the inconsistencies all year. We kind of know how they are. We kind of know how Cat is also in the playoffs with foul trouble. So we'll just have to see how that meshes. But I picked Detroit for being the more grittier and more hungrier team, probably out here in the East. And for the Western, I'm going to go with the same pick you went with, Golden State Warriors coming out of that one. I was going to pick the Clippers, but I don't know if they're really slept on with how they've been playing lately. But I think Golden State would kind of be one of those surprise picks coming out.
I
Listen,
like it. I like it.
you guys keep saying that the Warriors are a sleeper. No one is sleeping on them. People are actually sleeping on the
Uh,
Rockets. You guys got it wrong here. I have the same series, but I got the Rockets winning because the Rockets right now are the underdog because you got Steph Curry, legendary Steph Curry. You got a legendary franchise who's won a couple championships recently. Um, People are expecting the Warriors to win. That's why I choose the Rockets as a sleeper because they're gonna beat them, and people are gonna be surprised, and I'm not gonna be surprised. You
Mm.
know what I mean?
all right. Give us the East. Give us the
All
East.
right. And for the East guys, yeah, just like Adriel said, man, something about them Pistons, man. I don't see the Knicks. You know, the the Boston fan in me wants to. I love to see the Knicks lose. I love it. But
It's great.
this
It's a great
Pistons
feeling.
team is good, bro. This Pistons team is good, man. And they won the regular season series. The only
Mhm.
game that the Knicks didn't have Cat or a full team was one game. All the other games they were loaded. Everyone had their players. So and the Pistons beat them in the regular season. So I don't see this any differently, man. I think the Pistons just a bad matchup for them. They're gritty. They're gonna want it more and. These Knicks haven't really proved nothing, man. I mean, I got the
I
Pistons
agree.
advancing.
I
Yeah, there's
agree. I
something
like
with
that a
those
lot.
Knicks. I don't know what it is. It's
Yeah, I
something
don't
about
know.
that Knicks team that I
I'm
just
not
don't have faith
convinced.
in. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's something, but I can't really say exactly what it is.
They're
I don't know
false
what it
prophets. That's what it
is.
is. They're
They're
season.
frauds.
They're you know
Fake news.
they're a season team. That's what they are. They're not ready for this. And I like that Detroit pick a lot.
Yeah. All right, so we have our picks in. Let's see what arises from these playoffs, these crazy playoffs on the that are incoming, and yeah, let's get back, guys, and let's see how we do. Thank you guys for out there, for the long-awaited episode. But we're here now, and we're here when it matters. So we'll catch you guys on the next episode of the Final Point Podcast. See you guys.
Peace.